Hey guys, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you are returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in this story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, my own story, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. My books are always open, and I invite you to join me for a session. Really quick announcements. Number one, we are ready to do another giveaway. Because my numbers have jumped incredibly quickly. So comment in this video, because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit there in no time. Comment in this video, hashtag road to 9,000. As of right now, we are at 8,881 subscribers. For those of you who are new, because I've gained a little over 2,300 subscribers in a month. So welcome to all of you. If you're new to my channel, for every 500 new subscribers that I get, I do a free giveaway of a live session with me. Kind of as my way of giving back and saying thank you for supporting my work. So I appreciate all of you who have been sharing my content. Those of you who've been recommending me to people that you know, I appreciate it. Also another announcement, if you are new, my readings tend to reach into the future a little bit. So you might want to go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months. You may find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. Also, the store on my website has reopened, new merchandise, hats, tees, sweatshirts, hoodies, travel mugs, and coffee mugs. So you can see all that on my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com. All right, let's get into it. Hope everybody is doing good, feeling good. These last couple of days have been crazy for me. Very, very chaotic. Again, comment under this video, hashtag road to 9,000 to be entered into the next giveaway. I tried to record a video yesterday. Ended up on the cutting room floor because I ended up having to go make a run, and it wasn't on my schedule to make that run to go pick up my kid from school. Because normally I don't do that on Mondays. But I roll with the punches, you know? All right, let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. I've been shuffling these a little bit before I got on camera. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. I'm going to take it sideways. I don't normally do that, but I'm compelled to do so now. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What's the lesson? This is interesting energy already. Yeah, the top of my head is starting to tingle. Well, all right. Let's talk about it. So, I have the energy here of somebody who I feel like, because when I flipped this Eight of Cups over, what I heard was stand down. I heard stand down. I feel like somebody has to walk away from something and they're not very happy about it. They're not very happy about it. Somebody here made a decision. And I think what I'm seeing here across the board is the decision that they made. It was, I want to say it was financially motivated because, child, like the amount of pentacles I have out here, just in the positions that I have them, it says a lot. So I feel like the motivation here was financial. I think that somebody came up with a bright idea, almost like kind of like a get rich quick scheme. And now I think what they're recognizing or what they're being faced with is the fact that they may have thrown money at a situation, or maybe their resources are drying up. Like they threw money at something thinking that it was going to be an investment towards something greater. However, it looks like maybe it's a drain on their resources. Whatever they were trying to obtain, if they invested money in order to make more money, that's not actually happening. And I feel like, again, because the motivation, that's where it starts. Thank you, Spirit. The motivation behind whatever this person chose is the reason they're in the situation or in the current position that they're in, and they're having to stand down. Now, on the other side of it, I think there is a component that's connected to the collective, to the collective, because I'm kind of perceiving that this Eight of Cups is you. Like when it flipped out, I heard stand down. They also have to walk away from whatever this is that they've chosen to do. Because I think I said this maybe 2 months ago. We talked about like the moment you decided to walk away from a certain individual, a group of people, the moment you walked away, you kind of became a target. You know, the bullseye, was centered on your back. And while this person had been highly motivated to attack you, it's not whatever they invested their energy in, it's not giving them what they thought it was going to give them. Okay. Now, immediately from the center section is usually the blockages or delays, drama, whatever. I feel like this seems kind of like a loaded thing, because remember I said whatever idea they came up with, it was largely centered around finances, obtaining or acquiring more money, right? Collective, if I'm talking to a divine feminine, because I do have the divine feminine on the board, I see a couple of things. I do see where somebody may have been or may have attempted to steal or plagiarize your work, because I do have the energy here of like intellectual property theft. Somebody may have lied about their ability. Like it's kind of like somebody showing up and saying, claiming to be you. Say you, collective. And we've talked about this. Whatever you do for work, you're good at what you do. You have passion for it. You're respected for it. The quality of the work is top notch. Somebody may have decided here in the current energy, hey, I can do that too. I see the collective over there winning. I think I can do it better, right? Especially because how dare you walk away from me? But the interesting thing is, whatever this person, because I get the impression that whatever this person, it's kind of like whatever you touch, collective, whatever you touch turns to gold. If if you're a creative, and honestly, you don't have to be a creative, but because I got a lot of energy off of this card, but I feel like whatever you're doing, you may also be very intuitive as well. Like maybe you have a bird's eye view of the terrain ahead, so you're kind of able to maneuver around certain pitfalls um, by kind of using your wits, especially if it's interesting, especially if you're aware, because this kind of feels like you may have been aware of someone taking your work or plagiarizing it. You may have already been aware of that. um so I think maybe you've kind of strategized your way out of a situation, or maybe you pivot and you started doing business or putting your work out in a different way to avoid someone stealing. Child, they don't want me to talk. I also get the impression that while somebody here may have been trying to copy your work or pretend like they are of the light like you, what's being seen is the fact that this person may have lied about their ability, or lied about their capabilities in terms of work product, because what's being seen is, okay, I heard the phrase someone who colors outside of the lines. Maybe that's where I was thinking of an artist, because I'm kind of looking at the imagery on this card, where on one side you see somebody who's like really focusing on the work and making sure that it's perfect, but then you've got somebody on the opposite side who's trying to copy the work, but the work definitely looks different. It doesn't look the same. Okay. So it's like somebody trying to pass their work off as someone else. It's like trying to pass off their work product, but they don't really know what they're doing. So even if somebody tried to present themselves as you, because I also kind of get the impression too, like if you switched up the way that you maneuvered, the way you switched it up prevented this person from being able to see what you were doing. So since they can't see what you were doing, whatever you're coming up with that's new, they can't steal it because they couldn't see what you were working on. Okay. And then part of the lesson here, remember when I said somebody here made a choice, they took action, got a bright idea, they took action on something largely for resources. It's not going the way that they wanted it to. Or there's some delay, there's been delays or whatever, because I see a lot of delay here, a delay in getting somebody's money. So part of their lesson here could be because they took this action, they're now, feeling stagnant and they're unable to move. They want to try to accomplish something, but they're unable to accomplish it. They're being made to kind of sit still. And I think because of this sitting still, they're unable to generate the kind of income that they were looking to achieve. They're not able to do it. They're losing resources here. Losing resources, or they feel shut out from an opportunity to amass some kind of wealth. Okay. I didn't even get here yet, and this is literally the same energy. I'm like, I can see the story laying out. Now the cards that are coming out afterwards are all like kind of, it's not even really adding context. I mean, now I'm just laying cards that confirm what I was saying. I hadn't even laid the cards, so I was giving a lot of information and context based on what I can see. But now the cards are confirming it. So you have someone here, and I'm going to say that this Queen of Cups collective is you. I do have two distorted people here on the board, one masculine, one feminine, but they could be operating in, this masculine could be operating. This masculine, this could actually be a man, or it could be a woman operating in masculine energy. This down here could be a man operating in distorted feminine energy. So take it how it resonates. And it literally could be the same person. So it looks like collective, there's some, like, I think the thing is, like I said, here you are. And I don't know what your connection is to this person. Like, I don't know if this person is a parental figure, could very well be a parental figure, could be an employer. It could be, this literally could be anybody. Okay. But it's somebody that you would, turn to as an authoritative figure, like somebody that you would generally respect as an authoritative figure. And what I'm seeing from the collective, I see that you're working very quietly, like you're doing, again, like I said, you may have a bird's eye view. That's coming out really loud. You may have had a bird's eye view of what this, and when I say bird's eye view, I'm thinking of it more like from an intuitive stance. Like you may have had some wherewithal of like how to proceed, minimizing as much, outside drama as possible. Because I get this sense that whoever this is that is trying to come up against you, it's like you've actually taken the time, like whatever it is that you do, number one, I do think that you love it. It fills you with immense amount of joy. It makes you very happy, right? I also get the impression that you've been very patient in terms of whatever it is that you are trying to create. Remember I said this person, they're upset because it's not, they're being delayed and things aren't happening the way that they want it to. They want to feel this sense of abundance and have a new cycle and newness and all this stuff. But right now they're kind of in a holding state because they can't proceed forward. There's like a delay. There's like either a delay in their resources. They could be losing resources. They may be trying to hide the fact that they're losing resources. But really what I'm seeing right here, I haven't got over here. The cards all just confirm each other. Like I see you here working very quietly. Like you're working, and while you're working and other people may not be able to see your process and they may not be able to see your work, it doesn't mean you're not actually getting work done. So, I can tell you got somebody here that's really pissed off though. And I think they're more pissed off by the fact that either they're losing or the resources, or because they are like, and if this is somebody here that's trying to make you slow down your progress, or if because I'm seeing a lot out of this side, because here it feels like, I think we've talked about it, and a lot of tarot readers also talk about it. It's like what people wanted for you, if they were like wishing bad shit on you and wishing you harm, what they wanted for you is actually what's happening to them. So if they wanted you to lose resources and have, doors shut in your face and opportunities, withdrawn from them, that's what's happening to them. If they wanted you unable to move forward, and make you feel like, your life is kind of passing you by, well, that's what's happening for them. And I feel like, number one, you're being seen. Like they wanted what they were trying to pursue. I heard it was a frivolous pursuit, and it was ego driven. And so now what's happening is they're getting kind of hemmed up, stalled, or whatever while they kind of watch you take off, while they watch you succeed, while they watch people celebrate you. Oh, yes. Oh, somebody here. Okay, so collective, you, like I said, you're being seen. Somebody here got some bad news again. Somebody here may have gotten some bad news. Somebody here is worried because you are being seen. I have it in a couple of areas here. You're being seen. This person does not like it. I'm like looking at the faces on these cards. And the collective, you're all serene. You're very dignified. You look very grounded. The distorted energies that are here on the board, this person looks like they're going through a shitstorm. And they're worried, I think really more worried about the fact that their lies are coming out there, or, things are being revealed. And it's that revelation that's preventing them from being able to move in the direction that they wanted to move in. Like the things that they've been trying to achieve or accomplish are not coming to fruition. And instead, especially if somebody like tried to like lie about you or lie about your work, what they're seeing, like I said, and I've said in other readings, you're being seen. So nobody can actually take away what you've created because you have actually taken the time to build and create your own solid foundation. So it's like, even if somebody had come up with a plan to kind of, create a bunch of drama for you or whatever in regards to your work speaks for itself. The quality of your work speaks for itself, whatever it is that you do. Whatever it is that you do, people can actually see. Even if somebody here was spreading lies, running around spreading lies about what you do for work, people can see very clearly. And this person's really angry because I think the picture that they've painted of you was really funky, like really funky. They kind of made you out to be, really like aggressive and like reckless. And the energy that I'm seeing out of you, I see very grounded energy. So it very well could be like this person stressing out because you're like really showing up. You're showing up and showing out, and this person did not expect that. They did not expect that. Yes, they are worried about the truth coming out. They're worried about the truth coming out. And I feel like they're also kind of worried too. Like, because I feel like maybe somebody here has, whatever they've done, I said it was, when we started the video, the very first thing I said was, this person made a decision that was largely centered around finances, resources, and stability. And they did it over and over again. So if they were trying to attack your stability, your resources, child, the truth about that is coming out. Yep. And they're about to get buried with all of it. They've created, child, your return to sender. You're protected. This person, whoever came after you, they don't believe fat meat is greasy, because they came after you, and not only did they come after you, they did it over and over and over again. Now, the other component that I want to mention too is, while I initially was going to say, like, I don't think that this person acted alone. Family could have been involved. There could also be a legal component. And honestly, I think the lesson for this person, they're being weighed down by the response. It's funny because I can feel it and I'm like, I don't know how to describe it because it feels like it's way more than poverty consciousness. I don't even have that on the board, but it's way like what I'm feeling, like what I can feel energetically. It feels way more than poverty consciousness. It's not just about the resources. This person also is very worried about, I heard, being put on display. Being put on display. Because I'm looking at the hangman and I'm like, that was a thought that came across when I looked directly at the hangman. Like somebody's worried about being put on display, but I feel like they're more worried about like their reputation or how people view them, which is insane because they didn't give a shit about how people viewed you. They were out here spreading rumors and lies and trying to stir the pot to make you look like the demon that they are. Let's just keep it a buck. But this person is stressed out. They're stressed out about the truth coming out. They're stressed out about the truth coming out. This person wanted to dominate you. They wanted to be in control. They're trying to control a narrative. This person may have also listen. So if I look at this as the collective having made a choice of where to invest their time and energy, collective, you may have chosen maybe, okay, because I'm seeing a lot and I got a lot of people here. Collective, you may have dealt with or walked away from somebody who was very controlling and domineering in your life, like a bully, somebody who used to bully you. Okay. And I kind of get the impression that you may have struggled a little bit with walking away from the relationship dynamic. I think what you chose to do, especially if you felt like you weren't getting the kind of emotional support you were looking for, especially if you didn't feel any sense of happiness or security or warmth within a connection, you may have elected to just simply take your little cups, take all the rest of your little time and energy, and just kind of quietly fade into the background. And while you still, and you're not coming off, it's interesting because I don't have the Queen of Swords out here, even though the Empress embodies all four of the queens. I feel like in this current energy, I felt like, the most loving and compassionate thing that you did for yourself was to kind of just move away from something silently because it just didn't feel good, being connected to somebody who was maybe very uh, superficial and money hungry and greedy and selfish and controlling and a bully. Maybe you decided that it was just better off for you to make this decision to choose yourself instead of choosing connections or choosing to be tied to connections that simply just took from you and left you feeling depleted, left you feeling as though you were pouring into a cup that had a crack and a hole. Some of you may have even felt or feel regret for waiting as long as you did. Listen, with each card that I continue to pull, because of what these people, whatever this person These people, I do have, now I'm getting more, the more cards I pull, the more people are coming out. I feel like what they were trying to do was they were trying to stop you. But in turn, what it did was, I feel like, even if, like I said, whatever you do, if you are creative, if you're, if you're in the public eye or whatever, I have the energy here of somebody, again, they may have been telling lies about you, telling lies about your work, about what you do for work or how you do it or whatever. Somebody may have presented themselves as you or like you to try to plagiarize whatever it is that you do, and it's being discovered that they are not the real deal. Um, I feel like while they may have slowed you down a little bit, it didn't stop you. Okay. And now they're worried, definitely going through some stress. They're up at night because they have recognized where things are kind of getting out of control, and now they don't have any forward movement. There's no traction for them. They wanted kind of like the slowdown, but again, like I've been saying, whatever they wanted for you is exactly what's happening to them. Mhm. It's a painful truth, and they're having to walk away. Somebody here is having to literally stand down. They don't want to, but they're having to make a decision to stand down because they're trying to hide what's going on with them. They're trying to hide what's going on with them. And at the same time, not only are they trying to hide what's going on with them, they're also failing to recognize that what is happening in their life is a direct correlation to what they've been doing to the collective. What I say? I said this thing was largely about, I have never seen so many pentacles in one section. Okay. Now I don't normally, and I try very hard not to go down the whole inheritance road because I know how people get real sensitive about that. The inheritance isn't always monetary. Sometimes there are spiritual gifts that are passed down from our ancestors that if we monetize them correctly, then we will generate that income. We'll generate the kind of abundance that we're supposed to get because that's part of our birthright, right? Now, but if I had to talk inheritance, I feel like someone here, it's interesting because, and it doesn't, I don't like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't even really have to be an inheritance. It could be. But what this looks like is, like I said, they chose to go after financial resources because that was what their goal was. They were looking at it. That was their goal. However, now they're dealing with significant loss. And here's the thing. They wanted, cuz over here you're sitting pretty. So, this is like the energy. This is somebody who wants reward without merit. They keep on doing it because they were trying to acquire this wealth and stability. But all they've done is create kind of like a shitstorm for themselves where now they are weighed down by all of this. I heard the unbearable truth because what they were trying to acquire was some type of notoriety or fame. But there may be the truth here coming out about what this person has done. Uh-huh. And it's connected to your past. This person could be connected to your past, or this incident took place when you were maybe a child. This situation could have taken place when you were a child or when you were younger. Somebody did something. They may have learned something. Whoever this is, that's why I say it could be like I want to say it could be like it doesn't have to be a parental figure, but it's kind of giving me parental figure. it could be if you're, and I don't know how old you are, so this could be a parental figure or it could be like a spouse or something. Because it feels like here's some bad information, either given or received. Somebody makes a decision to go after it, but it has something to do with your childhood or something to do with a child or something having been done in the past. Somebody got some information. If you get this information, now this could be somebody totally separate, but if you get this information, okay, this is crazy. I just saw something else, and I normally wouldn't take it this way, but I can see it here. This could be like a child. This could be a child, a younger person. Almost like somebody who, and I don't want to call this person a liar. I mean, they could outright be a liar, but it almost feels like somebody who runs around talking shit about like their childhood or whatever. It's like somebody who has childhood woundings. And this is not to like victim blame or anything. I wish I could explain this better. This is a lot. Because I kind of get the impression that there's someone here who has a very, I got a lot of immaturity on this side. So it could be a child, and if it's not a child, it's an adult with a really, like, this is somebody who peaked in like high school or something. Like they never really grew up. But this is somebody here who makes decisions. Yeah, it's like they want to be, somebody here wants to be taken care of. They want to be taken care of because they didn't properly plan, or they just didn't really make good decisions. They didn't make good decisions, but it feels like really all of this over here feels like somebody who didn't make good decisions and now has an expectation of being cared for by someone else. They want it to be on somebody else's back. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, let's use the Shuffle Tarot and clarify. Remember to hashtag road to 9,000 in the comments to be in the running for the next free giveaway for a live session with me. I recognize that before I would do the announcement like at the very, very end of the reading. But if I'm thinking like if you're smart and you kind of scroll the comments, you can see what the theme is. But, you know, neither here nor there. I realize that not the, sometimes the entire reading is not necessarily, wrapped around your own story. Maybe only a part of it is. But for those of you who actually stick around for the whole thing, I appreciate you. Because I know sometimes when I'm telling these stories, I'm not just telling one story. I might be telling a few stories. Because I do see a lot of people out here. A bunch of different scenarios I see. I'm just I try to bring out the ones that seem to be popping out the most. All right. Let's do one more pass. What else? Shit. I said it. I said this person made a decision and it was based on finances or resources or what they thought they could acquire, and now everything about what's happening is slowing down. I feel like judgment is being called. This person is right now buried under debt. They're buried under debt. They thought that they could, I'm telling you, it's giving me get rich quick. Somebody came up with a bright idea and it's not going the way that they expected it to. This is somebody who doesn't have, remember I said over here, like, if there was plagiarism or the theft of intellectual property because somebody here is like watching the collective, they see what you're doing and say, oh, I think I can do that and I could probably do it better. So they present themselves as, you basically. But now it's kind of being seen because you are being seen and people can see the vast contrast between you and this person, your work and this person's work. It can be seen. As much as they don't want it to, as much as they don't want you to be seen, you're being seen. They may have slowed you down, but they didn't stop you. And honestly, I kind of feel like the slowdown that you may have experienced, I do feel like it's largely because of, I want to say it's largely because of certain astrological transits. I noticed, I kind of went back. I'm like, okay, what's the difference between like before when I was getting, my numbers were kind of climbing, but they were climbing slowly. And then all of a sudden, my numbers have jumped significantly in the last month. And I've been kind of tracking it. Uranus had been retrograde for a really long time and it finally stationed direct. But when I look back at my numbers on YouTube, it almost feels like a direct correlation because when Uranus stationed direct, my numbers just started climbing on every platform, not just YouTube. My Instagram has been going crazy. I've actually got some people following me on Facebook, which is kind of funny because I'm not really on Facebook like that. But if you follow me there too, whatever. Yeah. Oh, yes. I said it. This person made a decision based on resources. And now what's happening is they're buried in their debt and they're losing the very resources that they tried to go after. And now they're hoping, child, I've been saying it. Now they're hoping that they can come to you and that you would be generous enough to help them. I ain't telling you what to do, but you already know my thoughts. Listen, this person wants your help. Why? Because now they thought they could get away with something and now everything for them is upside down. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now they're buried under debt. They need help and they want to come to you because now the circumstances have shifted for them and they don't like it. They don't like it. Okay, now we got all these extra bodies. All right, yes. Yes. They, okay, so now we have the energy of somebody here who may have tried to, I said it in yesterday's cutting room floor, and I've been talking about this person the last couple of readings. Like this is somebody here who, abuses the authority that they have in your life. So that's why I said, like, if it's a parental figure or something like that, they abuse that position just to have power over you, to control you, to make you do what they want you to do. So this person, and the thing about it is, here's the way that I'm receiving this energy. I kind of feel like this person, number one, they'd always been this way. Okay. Very superficial, very, very money hungry, always looking for the next buck, next big thing. And I feel like this person, this is like somebody that you would have trusted. Like that's why it's giving me a parental figure. It's like somebody, and it doesn't have to be, it literally could be a spouse, because this could also be like, like a spouse. But it's like somebody that you trusted that you would have trusted to like be head of the household or lead your family. But this person, whoever you were dealing with, this is not somebody who leads. They only think about themselves. They think about themselves and they think about what you can do for them. And they don't like being on the outside. Actually, I feel like there's a bunch of people that you've cut off or walked away from. And now they're out there trying to pick up the pieces and trying to figure out how do we get back in good with the collective? How do we get back in good with the collective? Listen, after we went out here and did this injustice against them, because right now they're getting karma, baby. And the truth is about to come out. This King of Swords is the Hierophant. God's seen it all. God's seen it all. So whatever's happening to them, it's happening to them because of the choices that they made. This person decided, and the thing about it is all of these people allowed this person to lead them in the direction that they went in. And now the truth, I said the truth is coming out. The Seven of Cups is in the reverse with Judgment and the King of Swords in the upright. This even could be a legal situation. Like this person may have been very well respected at some point. Ooh. Okay, now this is completely separate and this ain't for everybody. Okay? This one thing is not for everybody. There could have been, because what I heard when I flipped this card over, there could have been a judge who accepted a bribe. I've never had a message like that on my board ever, but if that's for somebody, because I heard it when this card flipped over, because these cards right here feel like a legal, like this King of Swords and the Judgment in the upright. For me, this could definitely be a legal component that doesn't go in somebody's way. Somebody feels like, because this is this is the injustice. Justice is in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Judgment in the upright with the King of Swords in the upright. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So we definitely have somebody here who, and I'm like I said, based on the way the cards are laying, I can see a component that maybe somebody was given a bribe. Somebody may have been given a bribe in order to rule in someone else's favor. But here's the truth coming out about the smoke screen. Wow. I've never seen that on my board, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, damn, that literally could be it. That could be somebody paying off like a legal official or something like that, like paying off a judge. Look at that. Look at that. And the thing about it is that I heard the truth will set you free. The Strength card. The truth will set you free. And the truth is going to hem this person up for what they've done. They're worried. Okay, maybe that's what it is. They're worried about incarceration because they've been slowed down significantly. They're upset because collective, you got the last laugh. Womp womp. Oh, look at that. Yes, I love it. People can see you, collective. They see you. They see that you walk with God. And now they're like upside down. They're so out of balance right now. They're out of balance because you've... Listen, this person didn't anticipate that what they've done, because remember I said they were trying to spread lies and rumors to make people like look at you different, right? they were trying to make people look at you different. But what people are seeing is that you actually are the person that, you know, that you've always claimed to be. I get the impression that, number one, people can see you. I have a lot of energy of people seeing you. You can be seen. Your light can be felt. You're very passionate about your relationship and connection to the divine. Child, you made better choices. You just make better choices. Yes. Somebody here was trying to get away with some kind of theft, resources, theft of something tangible. And right now, they're losing their shit. The Temperance card is out here in the reverse twice. People can see, look, I'm looking at this. People can see the collective. They see you. The sun, the star, you're anointed. I just got chills. You're anointed. They can see it. People can see it. And what they can see on the flip side is this other person. They're being, the way I heard it, they're being laid out bare. Laid out bare. Bare, like B-A-R-E, not B-E-A-R. Like they're being stripped, like stripped naked, basically. So that people, okay, so we know we've talked about somebody wearing a mask and, you know, the ability to see beyond the mask. You can see collective, you know what's underneath the mask. But I think this is the energy of their mask falling because this person's butt ass naked and everybody can see it. That is crazy. That is crazy. Whoever this person is, again, it could be a spouse, an estranged spouse, or this could be like a parental figure, somebody in your family. This is somebody here, you may have been pouring unconditional love into this person. You may have been pouring love into this person at one point, and all they were doing behind your back was like taking from you, attacking you in order to slow you down. Yeah. I think these people wanted to unalive you. I also get the impression of somebody here being obsessed with the fact that you're in the public eye. Okay, so somebody here may be obsessed with the fact that you're in the public eye. I don't know if you're talking about, child, I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about whatever's going on in your life. I'm laughing because, I mean, you know. But this feels like somebody's really, like, they're obsessed with, like, how you're being perceived by other people, that they're being judged by other people. I think mostly that they're potentially being judged by other people. And so, like, they're angry. But this is ego. And they're seeing, remember I said there's a difference. People can see like the light that emanates from you. Like they see it. They see how people gravitate towards you. They see how warm and loving you are. They see how people respect you. If you do have a public platform or you're like on the internet or something, people see how, you know, this person or these people, they can see how well respected you are, and people turn to you for guidance. And I feel like with the other thing too, because this also kind of gives me that energy of like, you know, you don't look like what you've been through. Like you may have gone through a bunch of stuff because it's at the hands of these people, but you still show up as this loving energy. You still, just even though you've been through a lot, You still give grace to people. You still show up for people. I feel like the person you're dealing with, they're dead inside. And this person knows that you're moving away from them. And maybe you moved away from this situation silently. Maybe you ghosted them. Look, they're just worried about money. They're worried about money. They're trying to figure out what to do for the future. And I feel like this person's has come up with a plan, like they were coming up with a plan, or coming up with a plan right now. Or they're trying to come up with a plan. I kind of feel like this person is trying to come up with a plan. Or maybe this is you. Hold on. Because this is the Eight of Cups. And maybe you had to work up like a certain, I don't want to say like a certain amount, because the way I first perceived it, it was like working up a certain amount of courage to finally take action, to move away from something, like to move, because this is moving in silence. This is moving in silence. And by you doing so, you're doing so based on your truth. You're doing so based on your truth. Because I feel like whatever you're walking away from, there's nothing left there for you. So walking away, making the decision to walk away from it, that's reasonable. And the thing about it is, this person, whoever this, they're worried. They're I want to say this, maybe they're upset, or they're focusing largely on their resources. I think you're tied into this. Maybe it's an energetic thing. Again, because if you're a divine being, when you remove your energy from certain environments, like the protection that comes with you leaves them as well. So maybe while they were in your presence, or while you were still very connected to this person, the reason why you couldn't see what was going on is because they weren't having tower moments. Like, things weren't crumbling for them. So they may have been doing very well while they were in your energy, kind of like energy vampire. They were working off of your energy. But now they're kind of worried about they're worried about recovering financially from whatever this is that they chose to do. I also think that people are going to celebrate you in terms of the success from moving on from something. Again, like I said, you don't look like what you've been through. Yep. If this is somebody that if this is somebody that you are connected to by way of family, part of their lesson is the fact that you no longer interested in participating with this family unit, because this person was very in and out of your life, very non-committal, very wishy-washy, here for a good time, not a long time. I think that this person is really angry that maybe you stepped away from the dynamic, and by doing so, it shatters the image of, like, this person really is focused on how they appear to other people. So because you walked away from the situation, they're angry because your absence makes their little family dynamic not look as squeaky clean as they try to come off as. Yeah. This is definitely some kind of mother figure. And the thing about it is, like I said, this is somebody here who is really more worried about the outward appearance and how, like, making sure that the family dynamic looks perfect to other people. But the whole thing is they're more mad at the fact that you're not playing the game. You're not playing the game with them. You're not playing the game with them, and whatever, and the image that they were trying to portray, that's starting, the facade is starting to crack. And people can see it. People can see it. Mm-hmm. So we got people here. We got a few people here that may have prematurely celebrated what they thought they were going to get. And then remember, I said there was bad news here. Somebody's getting bad news. That's what they thought they were getting is not what's happening. Listen, I said it. People can see you are very grounded. You're very honest. You shoot from the hip. You got somebody here who is pissed off because you're doing really well. Like, this gives me the energy of I'm doing so much better now that I'm away from you. This person could definitely dabble in low vibrational energy. So we do have the witchy woman out here, and she's out here in a couple of different places. Actually have her out here 3 times. Yes. So you are very grounded. You are moving in silence. This person is pissed. Because I also think too, because like I said, like if you've withdrawn your energy in a specific kind of way, if you're moving a little bit different. Because what I'm seeing here, this person I think is pissed because they may be looking you up on socials, or they're trying to watch you or trying to see what you're doing. But because you're doing it so quietly, they can't figure out how you're making money and how you're still stable. I love that for us. This feminine, it's this distorted feminine energy. She's pissed. She's pissed because she doesn't know how you do what you do. She doesn't know how you're still so damn happy, how you're still so damn grounded, how you be knowing what you know and still making money. Child, all of her resources are drying up. Whoever these people are, there's a bunch of people out here. Resources are drying up, and you're just still sitting here, just calm as day, doing your thing, happy, being celebrated, folks seeing you, cheering you on, supporting your work. Even despite the injustices that you know that there's things going on in the background. Child, this person has a whole ass demon connected to them. And this person took some really hasty actions, some foolish actions. They thought that they knew what they were doing, and all it did was create nothing but stagnation for them. It has done nothing but create stagnation. And the interesting thing about it is that they keep coming after the collective, but they don't. They also, and I'm going to tell you the other thing that's pissing them off is because you've been able to persevere. Like, no matter what they've done, not only are you still looking good, and people are still like, they're still focused on you, but this person's pissed because nothing that they've done, and they do it over and over again, nothing that they've been doing has affected you enough to slow you down the way that it slowed them down. Like their shit has pretty much come to a whole screeching halt. Like like screeching halt. They can't keep doing what they were doing. Literally, because God's seen it all. God's seen it all. And hell, and this could even be Archangel Michael calling judgment. Like, yeah, no, you're not going to be doing that. Yeah, this was a foolish mistake on their part. Child, and the tower. They created their own tower. They created their own tower by making this choice. By choosing to come after the collective. Mm-mm. You don't have any more loyalties to this person or these people. You are perfectly content moving away from it. Yeah, these people were waiting for their ships to come. They were waiting for their ships to come in, and that did not happen. What ended up happening was they got caught up in this stagnant energy because what they were trying to manifest, it wasn't meant for them. Yeah, and then they were creating a whole bunch. They were creating a bunch of like smoke screens to throw folks off of the scent. Yes. Now everything that they've done to cause you stagnation is happening to them. Literally, it's happening to them. Oh, child, this person is not happy. They're not happy because what they were. Here's the thing. I think this is the part that this person does not understand. Collective, you have a relationship with God. You have a relationship with your spirit team, your ancestors, your tribe, or whoever it is that you are sending your prayers up to, right? You have a connection with God, and that's the reason why you have the disposition that you have. This person can't seem to call in or manifest whatever it was they were trying to work on because it's not either of God or they're not connected to God. So obviously what they're trying to manifest isn't actually coming in, and they're pissed. They're terribly unhappy because they think that their happiness is found external to them. Mm-mm. They want your help. They don't think that what you're working towards, like whatever this is that whatever you do, we'll start there. Collective, whatever you do for work, if you are creative, whatever it is that you do, right? It may be very untraditional, not like, it may be very untraditional work. Okay. I see two things. Number one, because they've been trying to steal your work or plagiarize your work, they need your help. Because I think I said this maybe a couple of months back when I was like, they've been doing all this stuff to steal your work or whatever, but it's not, their work isn't getting the same kind of recognition, or their work isn't hitting the way that your work does. So now they may try to come in. It's a whole different message. They may try to come in with a pitch like, hey, I see you over here doing I see you over here doing well or whatever. Let's partner up, or what, let's partner up to try to, maybe we can make it, me and you, and we can make it big together. Not for you. I think the main reason why God has led you away from this group of people or this specific person is because what you're moving towards, these people cannot have access to because it's not for them. And you're getting help from the divine because you're listening to your intuition. You're letting spirit guide you. And the thing about it is, this person may feel like you have unfinished business with each other, but you've successfully closed out the cycle. Like, you've learned every lesson that you needed to learn. Maybe you never imagined that, you would have to endure everything that you've been through. But I feel like you've learned your lesson. I don't think you need to go back and relearn it again. And if this person wants to come back into your life, they're going to have to clean up the mess that they made. Otherwise, you're just going to keep on going. You're not putting any more effort into this situation. I wouldn't. For me, just based on what I see here, it just doesn't make any sense to do so. So there's that. All right. Let's get a stack of index cards. We'll do this bottom part. Let's get some index cards. Ooh, bottom of the deck. Legal matters or documents. Actually, you know what? I haven't used the kippers in a minute. Where's the other kipper deck? Let's use the kippers, and then we'll do index cards, and then we'll get a Chinese 5-element oracle, and then we'll wrap. So I'm not going to do an extended. I'm not going to do an extended. Oh, I have a client in 5 minutes, so maybe I cut it sooner. All right, we have a distorted masculine. Somebody's concerned about something happening soon. Distorted feminine. Thief. Somebody in bad health. Somebody trying to avoid poverty. A community. Somebody's thinking about somebody being in bad health. There is a thief here. Imprisonment. Now, imprisonment is connected to poverty and the main female. Distorted feminine and great fortune in reverse with poverty. False person at the bottom of the deck. So somebody may have married somebody with an expectation that their life would change, but it wasn't an actual, it doesn't feel like there was an actual, courting. Okay. There's something here maybe untraditional about the relationship. And I feel maybe she got married to this man thinking that it would lead her to, to like a different life or whatever. A more opulent life is what I heard. This man may have passed away and there could have been some type of fortune here, because now once the coffin card is out here, then we have adjudication and the privileged lady. Message of concern, house in the reverse, that she may be losing the house or getting ready to lose the house. Losing the gift. Official person. She's worried about losing this gift. Scales message. Okay, so there's a message coming out about this house. Yes. 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 Okay, so the main female and the main, there we have upright main female and main male, so kind of like divine masculine, divine feminine. There may be some unexpected income coming your way, which will be scales being balanced. Somebody may be getting a message about a home. Scales being balanced because somebody here may have stolen something and they're worried about imprisonment. Child. Okay, let me do this really fast because I gotta go. Spirit tested them and they failed. So somebody has zero authenticity. They think they know it all. And Aries could be prominent. Somebody's not taking responsibility. Their mask is falling off. They can't hide anymore. You accept them for who they are. It is what it is. Somebody's using distraction magic. Somebody says, I sabotage your plans when I know them. You have a toxic parent or grandparent out here. Distorted masculine. Somebody's having money problems or poor spending habits. Somebody has abusive patterns. Somebody thinks they're above the law, legal, and spiritual. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Somebody here is unbothered. All right. Closing message for the collective. Nope. Too many cards. Just one. All right. The water rabbit. Sweetness of quiet love. Your guides are more than ready to help you attain everlasting love that will take you to a new phase of life. Open yourself to that love by simply being your most authentic self and accepting your loved ones as who they are. Discover your unique gifts and explore what inspires you to be your best self, and encourage your loved ones to do the same for themselves. Give yourself the space and the creativity to thrive and flourish without losing yourself to one another. This card highlights the quiet power of love as a force of the divine feminine. The yin attracts love by becoming that love, instead of pushing and competing against the flow. The yin manifests and pulls positive energy by simply allowing and surrendering to flow. Relax into the quiet, and you may realize that you're already surrounded by love. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for rocking with me today. Please give the video a thumbs up if any parts of this video resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own situation and story. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. And my books are always open. Don't forget, hashtag road to 9,000 in the comments to be in the running for my next live session giveaway. All right. I love you guys so much. Again, thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, new bookings, new clients. I love you guys immensely. Thank you for helping me grow the platform. Continue to support each other in these comments. Continue loving on yourself the way that I love you. Take care till next time. Bye.